this one.
Well, Murray Willingham thought he had a teammate with him, but he didn't. Perulik, field goal kicker for the Seminole Warhawks, now feeding Daniel Williams. Williams trying to make a run, had Spiker on him, sends it across, a very nice cross. Osceola clears it away again. Travis Kramer will go back. Nieto that time trying to take it away, the junior for Osceola. Working on KB Osborne.
I'd love to.
And a whistle on a free kick coming up for Seminole. To Sarah. Osborne has it back. Check that. That was Kramer. Giles with the pass coming off the Craig off of his line. Now in front of the goal. Shot up and over the crossbar. Damon Lister had the opportunity. You see Williams, he was there in the middle of
Craig comes out to commit right there, and now he's dead meat. Seminole's got a chance. Oh, right there.
And great defense in
right
front.
Right there, too, yeah.
2 chances by Damon Lister. 3 saves now by Osceola. 6th shot taken on goal by Seminole. And a whistle will go the other way. Is too much touchy-feely stuff out there for the center official. And Seminole will have another free kick. Perulik to Lister. Lister finds Sarah. Has Donnelly in front of him. Sarah will send it in looking for Williams. Defended away by Osceola. And across the goal line, goal kick coming up for the Warriors. Midway point of the first half, Osceola has a goal, and they had it in the first 2 minutes of play. Doug Ellie off of a rebound when Vijay Catalano collided with Murray Willingham. The ball caromed out, and Ellie stuffed it in the goal about 30 yards out.
I have a feeling that won't be the only goal of this game, though.
Oh, no, they have been. With as much pressure as Seminole's putting on, and here comes the counterattack by Osceola. Donnelly tried to hit Willingham. Now it's Perulik. You mentioned earlier he's off to USF.
Yeah, he's going to play at South Florida. That's a very good school.
Come on now.
Sarah has defender sneaking up on behind him is Nieto, but Seminole feels the pressure and gets it away. Strepo over there trying to win possession. Working against Vic. Turns it, sends it into Giles. Gets another opportunity. Defended away again by Osceola.
Good work there by Restrepo to keep the ball and try to make something happen.
Donnelly has Clinton Smith making a run on here on the near sideline, but they didn't see him. They do have another man, but taken away by the defense of Seminole. Good play out there by Travis Kramer. Sliding tackle attempted that time by Restrepo, but his teammates still come up with the possession. Sarah's looking for Gay. Spiker has it. Deep pass cleared away by Sirota. Craig Sirota, just a sophomore, started as a freshman as well. One zip here in the boys championship. Danielle Williams looking to retrieve. Fancy footwork over there by Restrepo. Still has possession. Tries to get it to Giles. Sends it up over the defender. Giles has it down there on the goal line, and they're going to call offside. Calling offside, or the ball looked like it had crossed the goal line.
Seminole keeps staying in front of the net, though, trying to make something happen. Getting a lot of good chances.
And that ball went across the line. Good call by the official. Connolly sends it over to Rowe. Rowe of Osceola. Looking for Nieto. Nieto making a run. This ball will go back to the keeper. As Catalano covers it up. Boots it out of there. Danielle Williams. Lister. Lister goes down. Almost got hit in the face with the ball and went flying right by him. Here's Sarah. Clinton Smith comes up to meet him and takes the ball away. Now it goes out. Sarah raises his hand, says, "We'll take it." Williams gets a little push by Spiker and maintains his possession as he goes down the near sideline, goes between another, shoots and scores!
That was all Danielle Williams there.
Well, about a minute ago, Rodney, I heard somebody holler up here to our PA announcer, "Do you have the right score on the board?" Well, now he does it. Now we have a tie ball game. And as you said, all Danielle.
Yeah, he worked his way past two defenders. Right there. Still has control. And then well, he got kind of lucky there, but he got off that left footer. Nice job.
Danielle Williams ties this contest after a flurry of offensive threats by the Warhawks. They are on the board. And that goal coming at 25 minutes in. Clinton Smith doesn't find a teammate. Here's Sarah for Warhawks. And of course, all that started with the Sarah throw-in.
Right.
Going to
Sarah threw it into Danielle, and then he just skirted down the sidelines like he was
picking
like
it up,
he was
running
back
like he was a running back, and
scooting down the sidelines and getting in the end zone.
Now for Perlick. Perlick onside, sends it in front, almost off a Warrior and into the goal. Should be a corner kick coming up for Seminole, as Seminole putting the pressure back on. Look at Perulik, and it went off of Sirota and just across the goal line and missed that far post. No centipede action this time for the Warhawks, but they do send it in, and this time the keeper comes off his line, Kyle Craig, and he scoops it up.
You know, this is turning into like the first game. Osceola's only got one shot. Seminole's taking most of the shots, and we're tied 1-1.
Now giving chase again is Willingham.
And
he has Nieto in the middle, and he went ahead and shot it. I don't think he saw his teammate.
Nieto wide open.
Willingham, the co-captain, leading goal scorer for Osceola, did not see number 7, his trailer, right in the middle of the box. Goal kick coming up for Seminole. A few more fans out here to watch the boys game.
Not bad for a cold Friday night.
Warriors once again, Willingham working one-on-one. Sends it up, shoots it wide of the goal. That time, self-pass. Murray Willingham gives it to himself. That shot had a lot of leg on it.
Yeah, it had a little pace on it. Just Wide right.
Donnelly comes up in front of Sarah, but knocks it out. K.B. Osborne will throw it in for the Warhawks. Looking to go to Giles, but that time Donnelly was there. Here's Willingham again. 2-on-1, but the way he controls the soccer ball with his feet, that's not a mismatch. Probably works in his favor. Has Clinton Smith with him. Now he sends it in. The box, Nieto's there, knocked away by the Warhawk defense. Suddenly, Osceola putting pressure on Donnelly, trying to give it back into Willingham.
Oh, there's a good pass right
Willingham gets a deflection, sends it up across in the front of the goal, and nobody's there, but we do have a whistle.
Willingham was offside, evidently. There he is,
After the head,
offsides right there.
after the header, he was about a foot and a half and behind the last defender for Seminole. He sent it wide anyway. It would have been a goal kick for Seminole. Coming up on less than 10 minutes. Williams. Almost a sliding play by Paralick. And we have a couple players down. I don't know if it's cramps out there, Rodney, or if they're...
Yeah.
Looks like both of them are cramping up, one for each team.
That's Zoffinger, I believe, for Osceola, and he's been doing that for most of the game.
And Sarah was down for Seminole.
I mean, you know, Osceola did play almost 100 minutes last night, so they're, I would imagine, a little worn down.
Here's Zoffinger. Sending the head to Willingham. Willingham trying to beat three defenders. He will, one-on-one with the goalie. Sends it up, and a great play by the keeper, Catalano. Coming off his line and going mano-a-mano.
Good job by Catalano of deciding early to go out, cut off the angle, and, you know, it's either do or die there, and so he made a good play, good decision.
But you saw speed that time from Willingham, even with the ball going around three defenders. Now obstruction is going to be called on Damon Lister. We talked about speed with Danielle Williams, but back the other way comes Willingham with
Catalano
Osceola.
can only do one. He's got to either come out or stay in, and he came out and made the cut off the angle. Good job.
Donnelly. Here at Osceola High School, Eric Keaton alongside Rodney Page. Boys championship action. Less than 10 minutes remaining in the first half. It's been an exciting one. Plenty of opportunities for both teams. Donnelly sending it in to Willingham, looking for Zoffinger to go across the goal line and be a goal kick for the Warhawks. First game of our doubleheader, the ladies, the Hurricanes of Palm Harbor University, defeated Osceola 3-2. Couple of goals by the Warriors. Michelle Mayone cut into the deficit. With just too much Canes on the defense. They scored and kept the lead when they had to. Scored early and scored in the second half. Williams now had a defender on him, shakes him off, shakes off Travis Rowe. Trying to split the defense now. Had a man there. Who's Restrepo. Paralick finding for Smith, but this time his shot didn't have much on it. Kyle Craig's there.
Daniel Williams playing well in the first half. Making a lot happen.
I'm watching him play, and you know, in all the sports that I've mentioned, he's not going to run out of steam. I don't see that happening. Really. Donnelly was looking for Zoffinger and Willingham. Seminole getting 5 players back to defend those 3. Restrepo just taken down, and now a whistle. Far side, Seminole had the kick.
Rick Massey a little perturbed by the refereeing.
Danielle Williams will be offside on this whistle. Williams does not agree.
How much time's left, man? Can you turn around and see how much time?
As the flag was raised, 7:27 remaining in the first half. Tie ball game at 1. And Seminole will just let it go out and throw it in now, give him a chance to set up. Nobody home for the Warhawks. Nieto finds Donnelly. Send it back with a very dangerous pass. And Sperto's there, but he couldn't maintain possession as Vic knocks it out.
Let's go, Mark. Let's go, Mark. Let's go.
Another attempt for the Warhawks. There's our ball boy again. Inside that time. Nice defense. The man was marked. Restrepo that time being marked by the Osceola defense.
Seminole moving the ball very well.
Down wide. Get on in.
Passes.
Come on. Get on in, Ted.
Playing a game of keep away over there against Nieto. Over there on the far side, working in the defense with the passing game as well. Tried to change up the offensive scheme and send it over to Mark Smith, and now it's going to work against him as Willingham now did not know where the ball was at as KB Osborne.
I don't know.
Smith being double teamed by Clinton Smith, and now Willingham takes him down like a warrior wrestler. Takes down Lister. And here comes the first card. I said it was going to happen.
That's a tough one. I don't know about that. They just looked like they were all going for the ball.
Yeah, they were all down on the ground, I believe, already.
Fighting for the ball. There it is.
There's a trip.
Murray kind of lands on him, and they tussle a little bit, and maybe call a foul. I don't know about the yellow, though. Speaking of not seeing any yellow cards, there's
First one. Murray will have to sit down for a little bit as he gets some words from his head coach, Tim Ratchford.
And goes right back in.
Sirota sends it up. Donnelly giving chase. Could not get up in the air as DJ Catalano brings it down for the Warhawks. Tries to send it up quickly to Danielle Williams. Here's Mark Smith working on 2-on-2 game with Danielle Williams, but he'll just be nudged right out of the way by Asher Detweiler of Osceola.
Willingham given about 20 seconds to think about his yellow card and comes right back on the field.
He just gets reminded a little bit by his head coach, keep it cool. Whether you deserve the card or not, don't get another one because districts are coming up.
Yeah.
Nieto once again going for Willingham. Knocked out by KB Osborne. Clinton Smith. Sirota.
A lot of space out there for Osceola right now.
Gets it over to Willingham in the middle of the field, but it will be defended by Seminole. Now the Osceola defense has to get back. Restrepo giving chase. Working against Vic. He'll stop. Wait for his friend. Restrepo gets the ball back. Has Danielle Williams. Williams open, but he gives it back to Lister. Lister fires one, but it was defended at the last moment. Still loose up there. Shot taken, but deflected. Eli Greenfield took it for Seminole, and a corner kick will be awarded. Approaching the 2-minute mark, they'll keep it on the field. Low one, missed by Osceola.
Handball.
Handball gives the Osceola a chance to slow it down, take a little breather after they were getting rushed by the Warhawk offense. Lister jumped for it, went right over his head. Now the Seminole defense is reluctant to let it go back, and now Nieto receives a shove. Willingham being defended by Smith. He's working the other way, trying to get some help. Gets it back. Willingham on the far side, working the give and go. Has Donnelly to his left, but he'll send it long across the goal line. Goal kick for Seminole. Under 2 minutes of play, they'll keep it on the field.
Looks like another 1-1 halftime score, just like the girls' game before.
I think the team that feels that they have the momentum as of right now would be Seminole, because they came back from that quick goal within 2 minutes of play. They're probably happy to go in 1-1, and
right.
Osceola had its chances with Willingham in the breakaway. And now Sirota misses one. Restrepo has a 1-on-2, but Sirota takes it right back away from him. Still fighting for the ball, and they'll give the whistle on the Seminole quick start. Perulik. Nobody can stop him. The fancy footwork. Sends it in, but Osceola defends it and kicks it out of trouble. Zoffinger couldn't save it. Throw in for Gay and Seminole. Now taken away by Jason Zoffinger. Zoffinger looking for Willingham. Knocked away, though, by Travis Kramer of Seminole. Trying to get it to Lister. Can't do it. Spiker's there for Osceola. He's fighting with Restrepo. Donnelly comes back. Fires it downfield, but it's picked off by the Seminole defense. Perulik looking for Smith. Smith has Daniel Williams. Gets to Williams. Williams, a free shot and a goal!
Beautiful shot by Williams. He's been all over the place in the first half. Very quick strike by the Warhawks with probably seconds left in the half. That's Parole that
starts it, and then Smith gets it, and both defenders converged on Williams.
No chance.
You saw Kyle Craig throw his arms up like there's nothing he could do, the keeper for Osceola. He either had to guess left or right, and he guessed the wrong way, and he had already committed. And
yeah, that's a helpless feeling for a keeper. I mean, he's really just got to make a decision and see what happens. And that shot was a rocket anyway.
Danielle Williams now with 2 goals. Any moment now the whistle will probably sound for halftime. If I mentioned earlier the Seminole would think they have the momentum, they definitely have it now. Back comes Osceola. Zoffinger an opportunity. And there's our whistle for halftime. The Seminole Warhawks on the feet of that young man right there, Danielle Williams, just a junior, 2 goals.
Boy, Daniel Williams has been all over the place here in the first half. In the first goal he had to scoot past 2 defenders. Remember that run he made down the right side, and just to get free. And then this one, he just one touch to him, and he was wide open. And even though he was wide open, you still have to make the shot. And he hit an unsavable ball into the top of the net. So Daniel Williams played very well.
And those were about 15 minutes apart. We have 3 of them in the first half. The Seminole leads it by 1. We're back after this.
It's a new, easy-to-use picture-in-picture on-screen guide. Crystal clear reception on over 200 channels and high-speed internet access with Roadrunner. CD quality sound so vibrant, you'll swear you're really there. And there's no expensive equipment to buy, all from the leader in home entertainment. When you want the best picture and sound available, it can only be called one thing.
Digital.
Time Warner Digital Multimedia. Welcome to What's Next.
Welcome back to Osceola High School, the boys PCAC Soccer Championship. At the half, Seminole leads it 2-1. Didn't start out that way. Osceola played just over a minute when Murray Willingham making a charge on the goal. VJ Catalano comes out, blocks the first attempt, but it comes out to Doug Ellie, and Doug Ellie pops it in from about 30 yards out, finds the back of the net, and Osceola had the lead 1-0. But then Mr. Excitement, Donyell Williams, made things happen on the game of the week during football season, and here he is working through two defenders, beats the keeper there to tie the game up in the 25th minute, and then in stoppage play just before the half, Donyell Williams again with another goal. He has two, and Seminole has the lead by 1 at the break. We'll come back for the second half action in the boys Time Warner Soccer Championship after this.
Come on, Aaron, baby. Now do it, baby. Now do it.
What should you do to stop a friend from driving drunk? Whatever you have to.
Welcome back to second half action of the boys Time Warner PCAC Soccer Championship here at Osceola High School. Eric Keaton and Rodney Page. First half, went through those highlights, Rodney, and two electric goals by Donyell Williams. And as I was talking to you, he seems to have these games on television, whether it's football or soccer, where he just comes alive. Now he has the soccer ball right now.
Big player in big games, I guess, when the TV cameras are on.
I'm pretty sure his coaches would say he's a big player even when they're not on.
Right.
Perlick makes a turn, and the ball goes across the goal line by Kyle Craig. Will be a goal kick, as he was there to defend.
That just shows how dangerous Seminole is, though, when they can get Donyell Williams going. They've already got Sarah, they've got Restrepo, they've got Perlick. Those guys.
Giles.
Brandon Giles, I forgot about him. Boy, they have a lot of talent. So, you know, getting Donyell to play like this, and he has 10 goals coming in, but he's looked extra sharp tonight.
Well, according to Coach Rick Macy, said the three losses that they've had, a couple against Largo and Countryside, two of those, they said that really up and down, the team did not play to its potential whatsoever.
Right. They also had a tie against Clearwater that I saw where they were down 3-0, and they came back to tie that game, and in that game they showed how explosive they can be. So
here's Campbell on to Restrepo. Now sends it behind Campbell, and he's defended that time by Vic.
You know, I was going back through the list of past PCAC champs, and Seminole hasn't, the boys team hasn't ever won the PCAC title, so they could.
And Osceola did back in the early, was it in the early 90s?
Well, I had Osceola in 1996.
Okay.
Won the PCAC, but that's their only one. So Seminole looking for its first ever, which is hard to believe. Seminole had a very good program back in the 80s. But so did Tarpon Springs, so that that's what was Seminole's nemesis. But you'd think that once through the years Seminole would have gotten one, but they haven't.
Well, they're 38 minutes away from getting their first right here.
Keeping up the pressure.
Willingham came back to get it, but here's Restrepo. Restrepo sending it in. Coming off the line is Craig. He measured that one up pretty well. The Osceola keeper. Averaged less than half a goal against him last season. Williams to Perlick. Lister over to Sarah. Has Giles on his left wing. Sends it into Giles. And he beats the defender. Giles trying to get the angle. Sends it across. And a great reception by Kyle Craig as he took that one right in the chest, and the shot by Giles. That one just kind of stuck to his chest, Rodney.
Yeah, good job of Craig by just flowing with Giles, cutting off the angle, so that see how he's flowing with him, and then Giles, the only shot he has is that one, and Craig's right there.
Osborne trying to find Williams, but Lister's there. Donnelly takes him down. Quick whistle, and reaching into his pocket for the card, and Donnelly will have to go off for play.
Donnelly stares him down. He'll walk over to Tim Ratchford. Tim will pat him on the back.
And I guess you get something like that, Rodney. Donnelly was coming from behind. He did get the ball, but when the offensive player cannot see the defender coming, and he goes down rather hard.
Yeah, and that's a good call when that happens. You don't want any dangerous tackles from behind like that.
Sarah sends it in, and it will go off. An Osceola Warrior awarding a corner kick for Seminole. Quickly, Perlich sends it in. Now here's Sarah. Header cleared away, and another corner kick, coming up for Seminole. That time, not taking the routine route for the corner kick.
Quick play, try to catch the Osceola defender standing around.
Lister right in front. The ball just trickled right through in front of everybody. Nobody touched it.
Nobody there to put it home for Seminole. But they keep that offensive pressure up, keep it up. Establish that in the first couple minutes. Try to wear Osceola down.
Restrepo maintains possession over there on the far sideline, and as he's dueling over there with the Warriors. Now Lister comes all the way over, and he'll throw it in. So he'll get a running start from the track. All the way into the box, headed out by Sirota. Willingham thought about it. Now the Osceola defense will come back. Keep it in play. Kramer to Sarah. Restrepo tried to get it to Giles. And it'll be knocked away by Vick of Osceola.
Keeping it in the Osceola half.
Sarah had a lane. Sirota, now it comes out to Perlich. Perlich, he saves it. But Giles can't save it as he takes himself out and takes a nasty spill over there on the track.
No big deal.
He's like, I'm just a little scuffed up on the heel of the hand. Not a problem.
He's got shin guards on.
Throw in for the Warriors. Quick whistle as now Donnelly comes back in. Chris Melnick into the game as well for Osceola. Sarah going through a couple defenders, gets it to Giles. Nice defense. As Zoffinger is fighting for it, had his jersey tugged on a little bit. Now it goes out. Let's see where the official points, and it will be for Osceola throw-in. Two to 1 our score. Seminole leads it. They were down early, a goal, 1-0. And then Danielle Williams broke through in the 25th minute, then in stoppage play time as the half approached. Whistle here gives Osceola the kick. Deep in their own end as Sirota sends a nice one. Looking for Doug Ellie. Zoffinger looking for Willingham. Ball's defended away. KB Osborne that time on the defense. And here's Donnelly. Checked in the game after his yellow card. He has a yellow and Willingham has a yellow. Donnelly throwing it in, looking for Willingham. Williams of Seminole. Has Giles to his left. Restrepo in front of him. He'll give it over to Giles. Now Giles lost it momentarily. Now gets it back. He's working against Ellie. Goes around Ellie. Giles again has that angle cut down.
Angle was cut down, and there was just nobody pushing forward for Seminole, so Giles was a one-man show out there. He didn't have anybody to pass it to, so he just had to just center and see what happened. There was just nobody there.
It looked like at the beginning he had some miscommunication with Danielle Williams.
Yeah.
And Restrepo looked like they were going to have a nice little threesome there working downfield.
Yeah, I think Williams wanted Giles to move forward a little more, and Giles was kind of hanging out on the left side.
Collision. But no card, or will we have a card? No card. They'll call it as Willingham and Osborne knock heads over here on the near sideline. Osborne to throw it in. See some of the fans wrapped up in the blankets. Restrepo surrounded by white jerseys. Gets it ahead. Perlick making a run. He's surrounded as well. Gets it back. Tries to send it to Williams. A nice little touch pass. Lister sends it in. Knocked away by Vick. Perlick tried to get it, but Clinton Smith is there on the defense for Osceola. Throw in for Seminole. Looking for Williams. He traps it with his chest, puts it down, sends it. He was looking for Sarah that time, and Sarah was a couple steps behind.
The back heel pass and nobody home.
Here's Sarah. Sends it back across to Kramer. Kramer looking for Perlick. Gets it back thanks to the defense of Spiker, and then Spiker sends it out.
Nasty collision down there, but I think they're both okay.
Both of them holding their shins, and the officials are going to have words with each other. Possibly a warning. Seminole will have the throw in. And now they decide to give it up to Lister, who can throw it well into the box. Long running start. Williams wanted to head it away. Campbell gets it back to him. Campbell still working on Sirota. Sends it ahead to Willingham giving chase. 2:15s running into each other again. Here's Sarah. Head to Restrepo. Restrepo fighting. The ball will be knocked out by Vick of Osceola, and throw in for Seminole. 30 minutes to play here in the contest. Warhawk bench has the lead right now, 2-1. Williams, thanks to him, has both goals. Campbell almost had it taken away by Zoffinger. Perlick and Campbell working the two-man game. Now Perlick is just roughed up a little bit.
He's taking a beating here in the second half.
I didn't hear a whistle. Whistles that I have heard have been very slight, hard to hear. Usually they're very loud. We don't have many people here. Williams, another touch pass. Perlick. Started back over again with Lister. Osborne. Kramer loses it. Osborne again. Campbell.
Offside.
And Restrepo. The flag came up, and now we're here the whistle.
All that work, couldn't get it in the box. A lot of touch pass and possession for Seminole, but really couldn't move it forward.
Sirota. That time you could just feel Murray Willingham of Osceola waiting for the pass to go awry up the header, and he did not get the turnover. Murray Murray Willingham sends it back to Vic. Not ready that time was Travis Rowe. Here's Williams, ever dangerous, working on Rowe. Goes right by Spiker. Here's Williams again. Does not have enough on that right-footed shot. As Craig is there. Now the 12th shot taken by Seminole. There's Willingham had the opportunity. But back to defend is Travis Kramer. And he's still down back there near the, he might have had his bell rung as he's holding his noggin. I don't know if he ran into Willingham or if he hit the turf.
He wants a foul, but he looks to be okay.
Worried teammates on the Seminole bench as they got up momentarily to see if he was all right. And Travis Kramer is fine. He'll get up and even kick it away for the Warhawks. Donnelly fans on it. Now they kick it and they give it right back to Williams. Williams has the speed. I know he's quicker than these two guys. Can he get the hat trick? He does!
Wow. All Danielle Williams tonight offensively for Seminole, and in that case he just took advantage of Osceola's inability to clear the ball.
And I mentioned I knew he was quicker than these two individuals out there from his football days. And there's the hat trick.
It's just a matter of keeping possession. That's the only thing that could have messed him up here. Does a good job of keeping the ball in front of him, putting in position right there on his right foot, and then boom. Actually, kind of
looked like it went between, went underneath the keeper Craig, or between his legs. But I know you and I both could feel it. We could see it as soon as they had the ricochet there, and he got possession of it, and we both.
And he was free. He already had a step on the defenders, and you're right. Those guys aren't going to catch up to him, so it was just a matter of him maintaining control of the ball and triggering it at the right time, which he did. I mean, he's just, Danielle Williams, whatever he's done tonight has been correct.
And as you said, and working with the paper and soccer all season long, and for the high schools, you haven't heard much about him, but he is definitely making news tonight.
Yes, he is. He's the man in this game.
He'll get his name in the paper, as they say on ESPN.
He might get his name in the paper tomorrow, yeah.
Danielle Williams. 3 now. Action in front of the goal as Donnelly has an attempt. This game well from over. 24 minutes remaining, but a goal for Osceola puts them right back into it.
You ask coaches and players, the toughest lead to keep is a 2-goal lead, because it seems like the other team might get a little complacent. All of a sudden, the other team can put a goal in the net. Momentum's theirs, and before you know it, the game's tied again. So a 2-goal lead isn't necessarily easy to keep.
And as we mentioned at the top of the telecast, in last year's final, Eastlake had a 3-goal lead over Osceola, and Osceola came on like gangbusters at the end to cut it down to 1.
The team that's down 2 goals, they've got nothing to lose, so they're going to start pushing it forward. And if they can get something going, then they've got the momentum again. So there's still hope for Osceola.
Lister of Seminole has the run in with Osceola. Here's Nieto. Haven't heard his name called out in a while. But Campbell wins it back. And here's Giles. He has it taken away momentarily by Ellie, but headed back in the Osceola end by Seminole. Campbell with Ellie on him. Lister. Restrepo. Willingham trying to come back now to help out the midfielders to get the ball into the Osceola end. Paralick can't find it as it was hit over his opposite shoulder. Clinton Smith giving chase, knocks it away. Here's Donnelly. Donnelly sends it ahead. Willingham passed well out in front of him. About 10 to 15 yards out in front of him. He had no shot to catch up to that one. B.J. Catalano just stepped up and took it away. Restrepo sends it ahead, but nobody's there for him in Seminole. Spiker goes back. Restrepo steps in front, takes it away. Here's Sarah. Giles with a couple of defenders on him. Sends this one quickly, trying to catch the keeper, Craig, off guard. That was a nice attempt that time, Rodney, because before he'd taken it down to the goal line before he shot it in. That one he just stopped and took his shot.
Yep, that's a handball. You have an alley. You can see an alley to the goal. You might as well just trigger it and see what happens.
Whistle on a free kick after the handball coming up. Deep inside, Restrepo traps it once with his chest and then with his head, but he can't maintain the possession there. Almost looked like a shoulder ball. That was a
pretty good little chest pass there.
Did a good job of selling it for Osceola. Now downfield, Nieto has a 3-on-1, but it worked against him. Had no help. Giles, great two-man work that time. Restrepo tried to let the ball run through that time to Sarah. Lister, and a high attempt that time. A kick will give a free kick over to Seminole. Doug Ellie has a goal in this game. Restrepo with a lot of room to operate. Tries to send it into Williams. Giles in. Head attempt that time by Williams. Lister. Perlick lifts it up. Williams is there, but so is the keeper for Osceola.
Giles is dangerous with the left foot on the left side. He's been over there, especially in the second half, creating a lot of trouble for Osceola.
That time Restrepo is whistled for the foul, and Osceola will have a shot to get something going here with 19:36 remaining. Boys PCAC Soccer Championship. Eric Keaton and Rodney Page here at the Osceola Battlegrounds, Warrior Country. For the past 2 seasons, just happened to work out that way this year. Last year Osceola was not like the Olympics, given the right to host it, but it's not anything like that.
Yeah,
but this year,
it's not like they made a big bid for it and schmoozed the.
It's not like when you have a big family and you have to get Christmas at home and you have a bunch of brothers and sisters and you get the rights to host it.
Yeah. No, this worked out this way. Whoever made it through the South Division would host the both of the games, and Osceola came through the South Division.
It's been PCAC weekend. Last week, the wrestling championships here at Osceola, which produced a new winner in East Lake, and Seminole trying to win its first. Next weekend here on Time Warner, we'll have the girls PCAC basketball championship at Pinellas Park, and the boys the following week after will be at Pinellas Park as well. Neutral sites. Teams to be determined, except for those girls. Can pretty much bet it's Clearwater and Boca Ciega. May as well just pencil those 2 schools in.
Now, they don't do a tournament like they do in soccer?
No, they do not. Since the new district alignments for basketball were pretty much the same as the old districts, they were able to keep the conference meetings.
Okay.
Willingham giving chase. 3 defenders back in green for Seminole. Cleared away by Travis Kramer. And Osceola will have a throw-in. 17:47 remaining in the contest. Seminole looking for its first PCAC Boys Soccer Championship. That score should read DW 3, Osceola 1. Pass just well beyond the reach that time of Doug Ellie as he made a run.
You know, Well, except for the second goal, Danielle got some help on the second goal, certainly with the 2 passes to get him the ball. But the other 2 goals, I mean, really, they've all been Danielle Williams. First one he took all the way down, and the second one he was able to settle the kick and take it from there.
I was telling you, it seemed like in the games that we've had him on television for the game of the week, he's had a couple of key interceptions to sway the momentum and return them for big yardage. And here tonight, you know, I have to admit, when he earlier told me he was going to play soccer at the Palms of Pinellas, I have to admit, I looked at him like I wanted to say, well, why? But he is explosive.
Yeah.
I love his game tonight, and the quick strikes on the ball and the ability to have possession. And as you said, on 2 of those 3 goals, it was all Danielle.
Yeah.
Another opportunity as Danielle comes up, but Kyle Craig is there. He's aware of where 25 is at, and I am positive for the next 16 minutes that they play.
I wonder if Danielle plays baseball or track or anything in the spring.
Well, I know he plays baseball.
He does.
Murray Willingham has a defender on him. Taken away nicely by KB Osborne. A great job at defending the leading scorer for the Warriors. He does play center field. And now there's a trip by Donnelly, and if they're going to bring out a yellow card, and that's going to be a red.
That's a yellow on Donnelly, 2 yellows. He's got to sit out this game. Now, I think that the difference is here, well, he's got 2 yellows, which means he sits out this game. Now, whether he has to sit out next week, I don't believe it's the same as a straight red card.
Now, he was going, obviously he was going for the ball, and he went over to the Seminole Warhawk and made sure he told him, I mentioned no harm, I was just playing the game, but he has to sit down now.
I believe the rule is that he... And also with with the double yellows a red, and I believe Osceola would have to play with a man down. Yeah.
They do have still 10 out there. Much to
So
it
it
is
is
a straight red
It
card.
is different than a straight red, and so I believe that Donnelly will still be available for the district.
And there's another hard. That might have been a dive.
No foul call. So.
No whistle. It's just going to be a goal kick for Osceola as Lister went down pretty hard. Time precious now for Osceola. They need to get something going besides just the counterattack.
Yeah, they need to start pushing it up now. There's only 14 minutes left to go in this game, and you know it doesn't matter now if you lose 4-1, 5-1. They've just got to do whatever they can to get a goal.
And you can see the frustration that time as Willingham tried to put a touch pass in the middle of the field, but just not communicating and working well together as a team right now.
Seminole can afford to just push it back a little bit, play conservatively, and maybe put an extra guy back on defense and really frustrate Osceola, which they're doing right now.
Substitution for Seminole. Sarah comes out of the ball game. Checking in, looked like from the far sideline was number 14, Mark Smith. Apparently shot taken on goal by Giles, and a great save by Kyle Craig. Full body extension.
Nice save by Craig. Giles with the left foot again. Nice save.
Television quality stuff. Campbell that time trying to be the recipient of a Restrepo corner kick for a goal, but it sails across the goal line, and Osceola will have another goal kick. In the first game, both Osceola keepers have been worked on tonight.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? They've
Girls
seen a
and
few
boys.
shots. Yeah.
They have their money's worth tonight in this PCAC championship. Here, the Palm Harbor University girls won their second championship. Now Paralick, very quick. Macy to have such a diverse team and quick up front. Paralick and Danielle Williams. They don't seem to run out of steam either.
Yeah. And they've really got things going heading into the district. Seminole does. Everybody appears to be healthy. They're playing very well. They could go far.
Nieto sends it back to Sirota, and Sirota will try to hook up downfield. Can't do it. Pass is cut off, and now taken away as Zoffinger sends it forward. But once again, the defense for Seminole shuts the door on any attempt by Osceola to get some rhythm. Paralick received it from Danielle Williams, and he escapes Nieto. Lister, a lot of room around him.
A little push,
and he's taken down. No whistle, no card. Sirota comes away with it to Nieto. Nieto stopped momentarily, gets rid of it. Zoffinger send it ahead, but nobody's there. Restrepo giving chase. But he's fought off by Josh Vick. Giles sends it in. Was looking that time for Mark Smith. Smith was well marked and couldn't catch up to it. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the contest, boys PCAC Soccer Championship. Danielle Williams with the hat trick for Seminole after they were down 1-0 in the first 2 minutes of the contest. As Osceola came out on a counterattack and put up a quick goal.
That was almost like a wake-up call for Seminole. You know, they were kind of going through the motions in the first 2 minutes. Boom, Osceola scores, and then it's like, okay, now we need to go, and they've scored 3 straight goals after that.
Those fans calling out pathetic is not for Rodney and I, it is for the officiating. I think we're doing a pretty good job based with the circumstances.
I hope they're not aiming at that.
Any cat calls we hear, we will never hear from them because they see this on a tape delay.
That's right.
Watch it on their own, in their own living room.
Yeah. I'm sure maybe they'll say pathetic when they see it on tape delay. We won't be around. So.
Exactly. Catalano just gets rid of it. Get it out of my end.
They need to start, obviously, making a push here.
But Paralick and company and Lister, they just keep putting on the pressure. They want more goals. Here's Sarah. Paralick ends up with it. Point his teammates in the right direction. Sends one toward the keeper, and Kyle Craig takes it on a hop.
I've got
Another
Craig,
shot, another save.
Yeah, I got Craig for 11, or I'm sorry, I've got him for 10 saves, 6 in the second half. So he's been worked pretty hard, more than he wanted to be worked.
16 shots taken, not all of them on goal, and not all of them stopped.
Catalano on the other end, he's only made 1 save, and it was a good one. But he's only had to make 1 save all night, so that says something about Seminole's defense.
Whistle on the home team wants a card after they had one player ejected from the contest after Sean Donnelly had 2 yellows. Now a free kick coming up from Murray Willingham.
And this is a good chance. This is, I wouldn't be surprised if he, in fact,
plenty of time left. It deflects off and hits the crossbar right in front of the goal for Osceola. Nieto, right place, right time.
And here we go. 7 minutes left, and we've got a game.
The free kick opportunity by Willingham, a save.
Actually, that ball hit the post.
Hit the post. And then Catalano goes down, whether he was trying to protect himself or also keep the ball out of the goal. He was helpless there. It's about 5 yards away. Luis Nieto picks up his 10th goal as he just fired that one. You know, when a striker is about 5 yards and they have just the keeper and the goal, you know that they're ready to give it all they have, and that keeper is just helpless.
That's right. And you know, the funny thing is, last night in that overtime, Willingham took a shot, a free kick shot from a little bit closer. It ricocheted off of the defensive the line of St. Petersburg and went in the net. And tonight it almost did the same thing, and it resulted in a goal. So it was almost deja vu there.
And that was the game winner in last night's game for Osceola.
This is shaping up just like the game before it. 3-2. Osceola down. They've got a couple minutes to work with. Try to make things interesting. Maybe they'll go overtime again.
Restrepo now with the corner kick. Julio, the senior, sends it up into the box. Shot there. Giles trying to control it. Lister, a shot deflected. Will it go across the goal line? No. Kicked out of play by Osceola. Seminole had a couple chances there. A head shot. And another shot taken. Restrepo serving it up nicely right in front of the goal.
Right there's a header chance. And Giles had a chance right there. It was
Sirota there, and then Lister comes up. Here's Restrepo again. More pressure. Sends it in. One header, and then another header by Osceola, and then the kick to clear it out. All Osceola needs right there is one counterattack to go the other way, and they could have an easy situation to tie this game up. 4:43 remaining. Vic fighting against Restrepo. Sarah has it now, trying to work around a defender. Campbell had a 3-on-1, not in his favor, gives it over to Perlich. Perlich back to Sarah. Nieto trying to take it away from him. Can't do it. Restrepo, sliding tackle. Taken down now, a whistle. As Nieto and Restrepo get up hand in hand. Didn't mean to harm you, but I did foul you. So Restrepo now can knock this one in with his left foot. See if he can get some help. Sends it up. Coming off of his line is Kyle Craig.
Craig needs it.
Sends it over to Zoffinger. I take it you didn't like that, Rodney.
Well,
waiting for him to set up his team and let him go downfield, or?
Yeah, I just felt maybe he should have just booted it down and try to change possession that way.
Otherwise, this guy will make you pay. Daniel Williams. Daniel wanted obstruction there on Ryan Spiker. He thought maybe that his forward progress was impeded. Murray Willingham traps it, trying to take it himself, go around the defender. Doesn't have any help. KB Osborne there on the defense for Seminole. Now approaching less than 3 minutes left in the contest. Daniel Williams controlling the midfield. Gets it to Perlich. Perlich
good
sends
ball.
it ahead, but it's offside. Flag comes up. Restrepo.
Craig pushes Restrepo down because he wanted the ball, and now there's a timeout and probably a card.
3 cards tonight.
Yellow card.
On Osceola.
Craig says, yeah, I agree. So he has to come off.
But he has to give up the gloves and the jersey. time continues to go, but the official will keep this for stoppage time after 2 minutes.
And I would imagine that Craig can come right back in.
He's going to go over and pick up another jersey and put it on,
Yeah.
to get ready with gloves.
Yeah, so he'll be right back in the game.
And I believe that was Spiker putting on, Ryan Spiker, the
Yeah.
sophomore, putting on the goalie jersey and the gloves.
Yep.
So Craig will be able to come in after the next stoppage as a throw-in or a free kick. Sirota sends it down. Willingham now with a one-on-one if he can get behind another defender. He loses it momentarily to Clinton Smith. Clinton Smith has Willingham to tie!
That was Clinton Smith did all the work on that one. He hanging out over on the left side, working hard, cross it to see what'll happen, and Willingham was right there. That's exactly how you do it.
Clinton Smith, the sophomore, did not cut down his angle, and a perfect pass to Willingham right in the center of the box.
Look at that. Perfect. Clinton Smith did everything he could over there. You just work hard and center the ball and see what'll happen. And
Willingham buried it. We're in stoppage time. All tied at 3. It was a 3-1 lead for Seminole, and now 2 late goals here in the last 8 minutes of play by Osceola to tie it. Osceola started out with the lead 1-0. 3 straight goals by Seminole and Danielle Williams, but they could have it all erased if Osceola can pull out the victory here in their home field. Runners up a season ago. I guess now we know why Seminole kept pressing.
Yeah.
They knew no lead is safe with Osceola.
And there's that 2-goal lead theory that all the coaches are saying. And you know, you score, and the momentum goes to Osceola. Now Osceola has the momentum, and it looks like we're heading to overtime, but you never know.
Giles now with an opportunity. Scooped up by the keeper.
And Craig did get back in the game.
Yes, Craig is back there now. After the goal, he was allowed to go back in. Ratchford over there on the Osceola sidelines, the coach jumping up and down. Clinton Smith had it, now gets to Nieto. He has it taken away. Restrepo tried to reverse it. Now Danielle Williams has it.
And you don't want Danielle Williams to have it.
Whether he's assisting or shooting.
Yeah.
Lister.
If you're Osceola.
With Sarah. Sarah has a lane, shoots it, lifts it up, and a save by Kyle Craig. Don't think that little stoppage of Craig on the sidelines got him cold. He's still hot. He may have been beaten 3 times. But he's on top of his game. If we do go to overtime, it will be 2 5-minute sessions. And that's not sudden death. That's play them both.
And then, if it's still tied, then it's 5 minutes golden goal, as they call it.
I said that last year to an official, and they just laughed at me.
What, the golden goal?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, sudden death. Does that ring a bell? You win one, you win. You score, you win. That's it.
I think the political correctness, you can't say sudden death anymore. It's like sudden victory. And here we go. Wow. Good comeback by Osceola.
All tied up at 3. Willingham scores in the stoppage time from Clinton Smith. And we will have a short break, and we'll come back for overtime here in the Boys PCAC Soccer Championship. Seminole beside themselves. Osceola with the momentum. We're back.
We've known each other since we were 3, and we met each other at a party. First we hate each other, and we like each other. And then we were boyfriend and girlfriend. Christopher. Well, I like Time Warner. I like the Cartoon Network. Johnny Bravo. He's a cool guy. I love the Disney Channel. Yeah. She liked dancing. We had the idea of being partners since we were Valentine. I thought it would be fun. I like basketball, football. I watched the Super Bowl. It's boring. No, it isn't. What's so amazing about a couple of guys tackling each other? You don't know how hard that is. I like the movie. I like comedy, but I like Waterboy. Funny movie. I like action, suspense. No, don't turn off. I gotta watch it. My favorite actor is, just to make him mad, I'm gonna say Brad Pitt. She talks loud and all she does is talk about Brad Pitt.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone. We fixed stuff. Did some art projects with the kids. We fixed up his house. We worked in the woods. Cleaned up the park. Did something for the planet. We just did it.
No other reason. And you know what? It was great.
At first, they didn't know each other.
Well, that didn't last long.
This guy is really funny. These are my new friends.
Are you into it? Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.com.
Welcome back to overtime. Osceola High School boys PCAC soccer championship. Seminole and Osceola all knotted up at 3, and in regulation time, Danielle Williams of the Warhawks put on a show. 3 goals for the hat trick, Rodney.
Yeah, here he goes. That's the first one where he just worked his way up the line to the defenders. Then here he's got to settle. Watch this one-touch pass right there. Williams unguarded, rockets the right foot. Then this one, all alone, speed, boom, puts the ball right in the net.
And that was in the second half. And then in stoppage time, with less than 2 minutes remaining in the contest, Osceola, Clinton Smith, and Murray Willingham.
Clinton Smith doing all the work right here. Watch him work his way, work, and just center it any way he can, and Willingham is right there. What a nice left-footed pass there by Smith.
That came after Luis Nieto's goal to make it 3-2. That goal by Clinton Smith and Murray Willingham made it 3-3. We're now in overtime. We played 2 5-minute sessions, and for Osceola, this is 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, they played very close to 100 minutes last night, so here they go again. They've got these 2 5 minutes. If nobody, this is not sudden death, so right, whoever wins after these 10 minutes, if there's no score, then we go into the sudden death. And so Osceola is very familiar with this. They were in this thing last night. But Seminole did put Aaron Ingham in the game as their keeper. Catalano's out, so that must mean that Ingham is their best penalty kick keeper, which I don't know how they know that, because you don't use penalty kicks in the regular season, but they feel that Ingham's the man if it comes down to that.
Nieto for Osceola in the home white. KB Osborne heads it away, and him and Nieto working it back and forth, even though they're on opposite teams. Danya Williams looking to go to Giles, and Sirota's there to knock it away for Osceola. 3 yellow cards have been handed out in this contest. Sean Donnelly picked up 2, and then in turn received the red card. Here's Perlick. Sends it, but it's denied by Kyle Craig. Perlick, very active in the assist column tonight for Seminole.
Been very active all game. He's very good ball handler, good possession player.
So is this guy, Sarah.
Yeah.
Here's Ellie, scored the first goal of the game just less than 2 minutes into the contest. Now a ricochet that time as Giles had it go off his head and straight toward the goal to Craig, and Craig wasn't taking any chances as he was clear of the goal, but he wrapped it up. But Donnelly is, as I was saying, Donnelly out of the contest as he received 2 yellows and then the red card. He will just have to sit out the rest of this contest.
Stays alive.
Willingham takes it away, working one-on-one with the defender, sends it through. Clinton Smith not quick enough now. He finally gets off a shot, but it's defended nicely by Seminole. Willingham with his hands on his head. A beautiful pass.
Clinton Smith working very hard in the last few minutes of this game. I'm sure he's been working hard all game, but especially hard in these last few minutes.
Ryan Spiker to throw it in. Now they're going to say there was a whistle and there a tug of the jersey and a free kick coming up for Osceola. Jason Zoffinger, 35, close to
Yeah.
40 yards now with the angle. Sends it in. 2 Seminole Warhawks miss it, and it goes out for a corner kick. Far sideline. Murray Willingham will send it in. Low line driver. Nieto couldn't handle it.
Offside.
An offsides call. Quickly, Seminole will start it back up. Sarah has Giles in front of him. He'll send it to Giles. Giles giving chase. Far sideline. Now 3 minutes expired rather quickly here in the first overtime. Now less than 2 minutes remaining. They'll keep that on the field. Strepo sends it in. Perlick stops. Oh. Williams ends up with it. Taking his time. Back to Restrepo. Fires, and he is very wide of the goal.
Looks like that might even be a throw-in. That's how wide
that was. Very wide.
Yeah.
Wind is blowing from the right to left. Not that hard, probably 10 miles per hour. It's not enough to change any shots.
No.
Spiker sends it up to around midfield. Sarah's there to head it away, heads it to Lister. Lister trying to get the Perlick. Actually gives it now to Williams. Williams ends up with it. He'll fight through 2 or 3 defenders. The fleet of foot Williams ends up getting a throw in for Lister. Finds Sarah, passes it to himself. Now it's defended away by Osceola.
Very close to the end of the first 5 here.
Perlick coming in. Aaron gave it a run, but the keeper there, Craig, very alertly comes off his line. Drop kicks it well downfield.
That's going to end the first 5.
That ends the first 5 minutes of overtime. Seminole and Osceola knotted up at 3.
A couple of good chances for both sides. Seminole had a chance in the middle. Osceola probably had the best chance with Smith working inside. Nothing to show for it.
They don't take any break. They quickly just change sides here. Keepers actually do most of the running. They have to flip-flop.
And for Craig, who's worked very hard tonight, that's a long run.
Yeah, for Aaron Ingham, it just got into the ball game in the gold keeper jersey toward our goal cam. He doesn't have that much sweat around him. He is fresh. Although he did not start, Catalano started, and you mentioned that Ingham had a slight injury. Must have been minor because he's in the game.
Yeah, it was. It was about 2 weeks ago that he got nicked up, and Catalano came in and played pretty well. So Rick Massey's been comfortable with Catalano, but I think in this situation, he wants the more agile keeper, which is Ingham.
And that time, Tim Palmer lost possession as it goes out the far side. Seminole throws it in. Danielle Williams surrounded by white jerseys. Spiker knocks it away. Seminole quickly to recover. Restrepo had it, gave it up. Now here's Lister for Seminole. Tried to get it Restrepo, goes through him. Giles can't catch up to it. Osceola knocks it out. It'll be a throw-in for Seminole. Damon Lister gets it back from Sarah. Gives it back to his teammate. These two playing the tag team. Perlick tried to head it over to Justin Gay. He gets it back. Sends it to Gay. Gay looking to go to Perlick. A little slow with it. Perlick has it, sends it in, but keeper's right there. Kyle Craig, no threat.
Both teams, you have to be pretty cautious in these overtime periods. You don't want to let up anything easily, so you're playing very cautious, hopefully make something happen, but certainly don't let anything big go on your other end.
Well, we said this wasn't sudden death, but with time running down here in the second overtime period,
Yeah.
They've pretty much been. If anybody
Here you
scores
go.
like Restrepo here with an opportunity as the defender fell down, Restrepo still going, going to send it in front of the goal, but it's defended away as Sirota was there. Now Restrepo sends it back to Lister. Lister got tangled up with Nieto. Nieto now making a run, but his pass goes awry as he tried to get it to Willingham. Sarah gets it back, approaching 2 minutes. Palmer tried to send it down in play as he makes a slide and can't do it. Now a whistle as Zoffinger could not get free. Will Sirota send it down? He will. He blasts it down here toward Willingham. Willingham chests it, trying to make the turn. And it's knocked away by the Seminole defense. KB Osborne. All tied up at 3. Osceola had the lead early. 1-0. Seminole came storming back with a couple goals in the first half, one in the second half, all by Danielle Williams. And then Nieto with the soccer ball now made it 3-2, and then Willingham. And now down and right outside the box. Doug Ellie goes down. He scored the first goal in the contest. Check that. Make it Asher Detweiler actually went down. And Willingham's going to take this one.
So here's Murray Willingham just outside the box on a free kick in overtime, just like last night. He also made something happen tonight on the similar play. So he's the man in this situation.
Murray Willingham chips it up, and they will get a corner kick as that went off the wall of Seminole. On that second goal, he sent it in. It went off the post, and Nieto was able to bang it home. Now Zoffinger, under 2 minutes to play. You see Willingham just trying to chip it. Didn't try to blast that one, Rodney, as he did in the past.
You're right, he did try to chip it, and it still got a piece of that wall.
Zoffinger, the corner kick. Possibly going to send it too far, looking for Willingham on the far side. Spiker sends it back in. Now the flag's up for Nieto. He puts it in the goal, but offsides on Osceola. No goal.
The flag went up a couple seconds before that shot, so.
They continue to play, much to the grumblings of the fans here for Osceola. Zoffinger stops it at midfield, but Seminole tries to have possession. Time being kept on the field. Williams showing the speed, but that ball is just a little too quick for him to catch up to. Goal kick coming up for Osceola. Have to get a new ball as that one went near the track. Danielle Williams, a hat trick tonight. He came to play. But will his 3 goals be the headlines tomorrow, Rodney, or will it be it wasn't enough as Osceola will come storming back?
Yeah, here we go into sudden death now.
Well, both teams will go to the sidelines now and take a break. When we come back, we'll have sudden death overtime. More from Osceola High School, the boys' PCAC Soccer Championship.
They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Call now and help build the National World War II Memorial.
Sudden death overtime here at the boys' PCAC Soccer Championship. Eric Keaton and Rodney Page, but we can do no better than the 2 teams on the field. It's been a great evening for championship soccer here in the PCAC tournament. Earlier, the girls' game 3-2 in favor of Palm Harbor University. And this contest tied up. We had the sudden death, had the regulation overtime period. Nobody could break through. And now Seminole and Osceola, as the fans were talking before we came back up, really a great rivalry between these 2 teams, basically due to proximity and competition.
That's right. I'm sure a lot of these kids maybe even went to middle school with each other, play on the same club team or against each other in club. So they know each other very well.
And that'll go across the goal line for a goal kick for Osceola. Well, this game really, the momentum just changed so many times. Seminole seemed to maintain a lot of the possession time. I'd say at least 60 to 70%, but Osceola found ways to score.
Yeah, Seminole got off 17 shots in regulation. Osceola only got off 7.
They made 3 of them count.
They made
talking
3
about
of
the
them.
Warriors.
Right.
Nieto, Ellie, and Murray Willingham. Perlick, Clinton Smith working hard. He had the goal-tying assist, Clinton Smith, number 19 for Osceola. Standing next to him is Danielle Williams, the guy who had all 3 for Seminole.
Yeah.
Here's Danielle. Hannah Lane gives it back to Perlick. Perlick sends it in. Ball ricochets off, but that time away from Danielle Williams. Good news for Osceola. Now Zoffinger sends it ahead to Willingham. Willingham trying to get around the defender. He does. Willingham with the soccer ball. Had his jersey pulled and didn't shoot the ball. Thought he'd get a call.
Thought he was going to get a call. He should have just played through it.
Sends it in. Contact in the box. And I believe there was a whistle.
Hard to hear those whistles, you're right.
I don't know if there was, even if there wasn't, Seminole still has it. Here you see the jersey getting pulled, and you see the hands go up by Williams.
Just keep going. Yeah, he should just keep playing through that.
Clinton Smith working against Perlick. Now you can see the activity really picking up on both sides. The pushing, the shoving. Both teams trying to be aggressive.
Yeah,
Ryan Spiker lost that one.
You get this deep into it. It's always tough to lose. When you get this deep into it, it's especially hard. So these guys are going to give everything.
Now Nieto will draw the 4th yellow card as Damon Lister went down. A lot of the fans calling and disagreeing with the officials. All the cards have went one way against the team in white and for the team in green. That's not saying the officials are doing a bad job. That's just the way they see the game. They're down there on the field.
That's right.
There was an elbow flying there. I don't know how bad it hurt Lister.
Not many soccer fans like the center ref anyway. That's just the way it is.
Shot taken by Sarah. Coming off the line. More contact that time in front of the keeper. Sarah sent it up, but Kyle Craig is there again. He's building up plenty of numbers for saves, Rodney.
Yes, he is. Well, he's got 13.
More collisions. Lister gets it back from Danielle Williams. Danielle Williams shoots and scores. He'll have 4, and he'll have the ball game. Sends that one. That will be a corner kick coming up. Great defense that time by Ryan Spiker as Kyle Craig goes out to congratulate his teammate, saying, thanks for the help. I don't need any more. 25.
I don't want to see that guy coming at me the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
Hey, way to get back, though. Way to get back.
Another angle. An open look, but you see Danielle Williams just for that moment stop to get his feet underneath him to shoot it, and Spiker was able to catch up and deflect it out of play. But a corner kick coming up. Seminole a chance to win. Headed away by Williams, but he is about 5 yards to the right of the goal. Craig sends it deep. Detweiler had it momentarily, but it skipped underneath him. Justin Gay sends it up. Throw in coming up for Seminole. Now under 2 minutes of time will be kept on the field here in sudden death. The officials blow the whistle. We'll go to another 5 minutes of sudden death, and if that produces no game winner, we'll go to PKs. Free throws in basketball games.
Yeah. You want to start an argument or a lively discussion? Talk to soccer fans about PKs.
I believe the MLS this year is going to the customary tie, though.
Yes, they are, because of the uproar of the shootout, the dreaded shootout in the MLS, which is no longer. So we'll see how people like ties, and you know, after they start tying, everybody will say, well, we should go back to the shootout. So we'll see what happens.
Short break right here. Seminole and Osceola tied up in the boys PCAC Soccer Championship. Murray Willingham and Jason Zoffinger set to get the action. They have to wait for the keepers to exchange ends. As both sides now in the crowd, they start to come to life. Aaron Ingham in goal for Seminole, and Kyle Craig, the workhorse for the Osceola Warriors all night long. A lot of that is just not him spraying himself down. That is sweat from the many saves that he has made for Osceola. He stopped all but 3. And 3 very good shots, I might add. Those weren't...
Exactly. He didn't have much chance on them.
Weren't any... They were all major shots taken by Danielle Williams. Big-time player. Making a run far side is Craig Campbell. Campbell tries to send it in. It will be kicked away by Sirota. Throw-in coming up for Seminole. I don't believe it went across the goal line. It will be a throw-in. Lister, I was surprised that Lister wasn't running over to throw it in. He'll get that run and start from the track, and he'll throw it in. May possibly look for Giles. Giles has the height in the box. But the keeper's there that time, and he had to defend off his own man. Craig misfires on that one, and Seminole will have a throw-in here in the near side. KB Osborne. See the time remaining here in sudden death. Restrepo giving chase with Josh Vick trying to protect it. Restrepo takes it back, sends it in front, but once again, Kyle Craig has stick-em on those gloves. Zoppinger has it taken away. Campbell working the ball over here to the other side. Sending it again to Restrepo.
It's hard to make those runs this late in the game. Those guys are laboring a little bit.
Now Restrepo held his hand up, and Doug Ellie, you can hear the fans. Doug, that ball, I clearly saw it, went out on Seminole, and Restrepo won it back, and Ellie is not going to argue. Seminole knocked the ball out, but the officials give a corner kick to the Seminole Warhawks, trying to win the ball game. And Osceola clears it. Murray Willingham comes out to meet the ball, sends it to Nieto, trying to get it back to Willingham. But Perlick is there for Seminole. Taken away by Sirota. But the door is shut by Seminole. Here's Restrepo again. Here's Clinton Smith, far side. Lister was giving him chase. Ellie couldn't handle it. Campbell sent it in. Sarah, now we have a whistle. Osceola will get it.
Handball on Giles, so just about 2 minutes left. This will be the last run for these teams.
Nieto tried it. Deflected out of play by Travis Kramer. Haley to throw it in. Nieto. Detweiler had a chance. Now it goes all the way back to Vick. Vick into Detweiler. Header's won by Gay. Swing and a miss that time by Spiker. And Rowe gets it quickly out of danger because Williams was chasing it down. Williams can smell fear.
He was hanging around, that's for sure.
Right. When Spiker missed that one, he smelled it out. Perlick giving a run near the goal line. Sends it up in front. Shot not there. Cleared away by the Osceola defense. It looked like for a moment that Restrepo was going to get a shot toward goal.
The ball was cleared away by the Osceola defenders. From here, it looked deceiving.
Josh Vick knocked it away. Corner kick handled easily by Kyle Craig. I believe we're going to PKs.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, they called a foul on that, yeah. Yeah, and it just comes down to the keepers now. Those are the two big players on each team, and after 100 minutes of soccer, that's really the only way to decide the tie.
Spiker trying to get it deep down in Seminole territory. Restrepo. Sirota traps it. Giles thought he could take it away, but he couldn't do it. Here's Sarah with Smith on his tail. Now Sarah works free. Here's Ellie.
All right, here we go.
And we have a whistle. Sudden death has ended in a tie. Both teams will take a short break and will come back, and coaches will have their 5-man lineup for penalty kicks. We'll be back at Osceola High School to decide this boys PCAC soccer championship.
I can watch whatever I want, whenever I want. That's what's great about Time Warner is I can watch A&E biography about big, huge historical figures, and then I can jump across the screen of the Cartoon Network and watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. You know, it's great. I mean, I can expand my mind and my universe all in the comfort of my own chair. I got hooked on professional wrestling when I was a kid. Yes, you know, Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Cyndi Lauper, The Brawl to Settle It All, WrestleMania, Captain Lou Albano, WCW Monday Nitro, and WWF Raw. To me, that is just like so cool. It's like, oh man, that is just cool. It just pushed me back into being a kid and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker and woo, Ric Flair and all these people, and it's great. I mean, it's entertainment, man. I love it. You know, one of those old shows and watch like What's Happening and see rerun and go back to when I was 11 years old. It's me.
If it's happening right now, it's happening right here.
Breaking news, one of the first. You're always there.
Bay News 9 was the only channel that I watched because it was so informative. I knew everything that was happening.
Bay News 9 will be the first to tell you what's happening, and we'll give you more coverage than anyone else.
275 has been closed.
Patricia, look at this.
You need to know what's happening right now. Remember the leader in breaking news. Bay News 9, your news all the time.
Don't say a word. The Sprinkle King always knows what his customers like.
Dad, we need real customers.
Need customers? Time Warner Cable Advertising delivers targeted, waste-free advertising that gets results.
Your turn. I know.
Don't say a word.
And welcome back to penalty kicks here at the Time Warner Boys PCAC Soccer Championship. Luis Nieto, the first attempt against Aaron Ingham in goal for Seminole, and it's wide. Well, Nieto that time, Rodney, you're going to get some guys who can put their best feet forward, but this time too much power.
Just tried to, yeah, he just pushed it. He just pushed it off wide right. Just trying to get it up in the corner where the keeper can't get it.
Aaron Perlick now. Each team will get 5 shots. Perlick of Seminole. It's in.
What you want to do is just get the keeper's got to commit one way or the other. You can kind of lean out one way and then push it the other. You'll score 95% of the time.
Perlick goes left, his left on the keeper. Now Jason Zoppinger, 14 goals. And you wonder now with Sean Donnelly on the bench if he wouldn't have been one of the 5 who out with the red card.
That's a good question.
Jason Zoppinger of Osceola trying to get the Warriors on the board. And he does.
Straight up the
Straight
gut.
at him. Ingham will come out. Good strategy that time. Ingham really didn't have to move, but 9 times out of 10, you now have the ball coming straight at you. Here's Kyle Craig. Couldn't stop the first one.
Giles.
And here he goes up against Brandon Giles. Leading scorer for Seminole. Left-footed. Can he rocket one by?
Yeah.
The crowd tells you he did. 2 now for Seminole as we move to the 3rd frame. Murray Willingham will step in. Another look at this one, the left-footed Giles. easily as the keeper guessed the wrong way. Craig went left. The ball went in the other direction. Murray Willingham, leading scorer and the co-captain, hit the game winner last night, game tying goal here tonight. Running start. Goal. He just buried that one. A lot of confidence in that young man.
No doubt about
Rodney.
that, yeah. And it's interesting because these guys don't practice this. I wouldn't imagine they don't use it at all during the regular season, only when they get into these tournaments. So neither team really must not practice this much. So it's just tee it up and see what happens.
Very limited if they do. It's probably at the end.
Just for fun or something.
Damon Lister of Seminole. Bottom of the third frame. Save! The first save as Kyle Craig comes to his feet and delivers the ball back to the 12-yard mark.
Craig really didn't have to move that much. Here's another ball right up the middle. And, well, actually, Craig guessed right.
He went to his left. Lister picked it right at him. So now it's the fourth attempt for Osceola. They went first. Tied at 2 goals apiece. Now Ryan Spiker. Ingham can't stop it. Oh, he got caught flat-footed, tried to reverse his direction, and that Spiker just buried it.
Yeah, you really can't do that as a keeper. You've got to guess one way or the other. Here he goes, and then it's too late by the time he figures out which way the ball's going.
Now Craig trying to stop Julio Restrepo. Another save by Craig.
So this could win it right here for Osceola.
This can do it. Another save by Kyle Craig, 2 in a row, that time on Julio Restrepo. Craig gave up 3 goals to Danielle Williams.
Same thing, he just guessed left and guessed right, and then he had a...
But it's the last save, Rodney, that Kyle Craig will remember if Greg Sirota can bury this home for the PCAC championship.
And he did. That's a big comeback. Osceola came back twice in this tournament to win the thing. They really earned it. And for Seminole, that's a tough, tough loss.
Greg Sirota buries it home for the Osceola Warriors in PKs 4-2. Greg Sirota plays the sweeper position, but here he plays the striker and wins it for the Warriors.
The keeper, Ingham, just couldn't commit one way or the other, and you have to commit one way or the other.
And there you see Ingham only played in the overtime session, but the Warriors, Sean Donnelly and crew, and their keeper, Kyle Craig, I tell you, if you give an MVP, Danielle may have scored 3 goals, but Kyle Craig came up huge.
He had a big night, that's for sure. And, of course, Zoffney Jr. Willingham played well. I think another player is Clinton Smith, who worked hard to get that 3rd goal. He deserves some credit, too, for Osceola winning this thing.
Well, that's going to do it here from Osceola High School. Tim Ratchford's team down 3-1, came back to tie it, sent it into overtime, and they win it in penalty kick fashion. For my broadcast partner tonight, Rodney Page, our director, Ken O'Leary, I'm Eric Keaton. We hope you enjoyed both championships. Palm Harbor University and Osceola take home the crowns. We'll see you next time on the Game of the Week.